We are outside.
Okay. So you got your antenna here for if you need to put a TV there. Outlet. This is where you would fill your portable water. So if you're going to be boondocking, you would take a hose or something and fill your portable water up here. That's
potable water.
Portable water. So if you're going to be doing this, water pump has to be on.
Okay, when you fill this, anytime we fill the water, the potable water,
Yeah.
you have to turn the pump on.
Yeah, to use water inside, the pump has to be on. You'd fill this.
Oh, but you don't have to turn it on to fill it.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. You have a low point drain down here. So basically that's going to empty out your fill tank. So you won't want to pull that before you leave, let all the water roll out so you're not carrying around that extra water we have in it right now.
You do want to.
Yeah.
Pull that and it empties the water on the deal.
So it empties all the water out of this tank.
Good water,
Okay.
which is 30 gallons or something like that.
I'm not sure what it is.
We'll
on
look
this-
at our
yeah.
specs.
Over here you have your cord. So this one is this one's 50 amp. So you got a 50 amp cord here. That's where you would hook up.
We have a 50 amp cord.
This
So-
is where
Is
you
it a
would-
50 amp supply?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the cord that we would need. I remember seeing that over at that other.
That is a backing for a backup camera if y'all wanted to purchase a camera. It's already got the mount for it. So
You're talking about the big thing up here?
No, the middle.
The middle thing is your backup camera mount.
Yep.
Oh, it's just empty.
Yeah, and you can just put a camera in. It just makes it easier to install a
Can
camera.
buy a backup camera for that. Okay, gotcha.
This is also another cable TV input over here.
Okay. Cable TV input.
This is your furnace. So this is where you got your, this is where it's going to be hot. This is where your heat, if you have your heat on, this is like the output where it blows out.
Okay.
You might want to get your bug screens over this, just so the dirt daubers and bees don't build nests in there.
Blow screens.
Yeah, they're bug screens. I'll show them in
Bug
too.
screens?
Yeah, in the store.
We need bug screens.
City
You get that
water.
in
I'll show you when we go inside. City water connection is here. So if you're going to be hooking up at a campground, you just screw it in, and that's how you would get your water supply.
And that over there, I don't understand. There's a water tank over there.
That's if you're not going to be at a camping site and having a hookup. So most campsites have a place where you can hook up to a water connection. That's only portable water. So if you're going to be camping in this parking lot and you want to be able to take a shower or use the water, you would have to use your portable tank. But if you're at a campground where they have water, you would use this.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. This is a black tank flush. So what this is going to do is after you drain your black tank, you want to leave your black tank open. And then you can hook your water hose up to this and it just flushes the tanks out and cleans them out.
The water hose from this, you just switch it over there to flush the black tank.
Yep.
And you have to do what?
Leave
to
the
the
tanks
water?
open.
You put some kind of chemical or something there. You got to buy the juice.
Yeah, it's inside. I'll show you that in there. Yep.
So I have a question about dumping.
Yep, down here.
Okay, you're gonna do
So
this.
down here, you would hook your hose up to that hole there. You would take that cap off, hook your hose up. Then you're gonna pull that black lever that drains your black tank, and they keep it labeled for you so you can see. But you pull the black one that drains your black tank. Then you pull the gray one. That's your shower water. It helps flush it out.
So
And
it's
then
hooked up to here and it'll drain
Drain
into
goes through the
somebody's
sewer.
sewer.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
gotcha.
gray rinse out the black.
It does, yeah. So you
So when
want
it drains, because there's a lot of information about how to take care of your black.
yeah.
You know, you don't want to get it clogged up with poop or something.
Yeah. So yeah, you want to do your gray, and then you want to leave them both open, and then you want to connect it here.
Okay.
Okay. And then once you leave those both open, connect the hose here that flushes the tanks out, and then you can hook your city water back up, and then close your tanks, and then use them again.
How do you
You need to
close
put a
them?
drain on the gray
you,
water.
you pull it and push it, so it's just like a pull-push
A
system.
pull-push system. Okay, gotcha.
Does the gray water have to be hooked up to a hose also?
No, it's
When you
all
drain
comes
it?
out of one thing. Yeah, you're gonna have it hooked up when you drain it always.
The gray and
Yep,
the black.
yep. There's one hose.
Even the gray's got to be
One hose.
Yep.
into whatever's called a holding tank or whatever.
Yeah, sewer. Yep. This is your outdoor shower. Basically, in here is just like a little hose. Just so like you're at the beach or something, you can
rinse your feet.
Yeah.
That'd be my shower probably. Wouldn't it?
Right here you have the on-off switch and the fuse. That's just for your hot water heater. You don't really have to mess with this a whole lot. If you're gonna leave it sitting for a while, you can come out here and cut it on, but remember to cut it back on before you use your hot water.
So this
So
is
leave
the
it
hot.
off unless you're gonna need some.
Yeah. But you don't. But like if you're going to a campsite, you don't want to have to come out here every time and cut it on and off. There's an on and off switch inside. But this is just like a manual override over
Oh,
on and
okay.
off. So like if you're gonna be putting it in storage for a while, turn this off. If you're gonna be using it, leave it on.
Do the parking lots, do they charge you or give you, do they measure the amount of energy you use, like electric meters or any of that, or is that?
What do you mean?
Water meters, electric meters?
When you go to
pay
an
$50 a day or $20 a day, is that always?
Include the
fixed,
water,
Or do
or-
they,
I don't know how every campground I'm sure.
electricity's expensive. you know?
Yeah, yeah, but every campground's gonna be different. I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
You know, I don't know.
Thought that was a good
Okay.
question. This is where I need to find a nut that fits.
what is this thing?
This is your storage.
Stabilizer.
Right.
So you got just storage there. Nothing too
Is
crazy.
this where you store your
Cord.
kit for your drains?
Yeah.
You get a box. I saw a box for sale.
Yeah.
See a
So.
toolbox that had. This is the only big storage that's.
What is this one?
Let me see if you might have pipe storage. That's your stabilizer jack. That's what you put down to stabilize the camper to keep it from rocking back and forth when you're walking.
This is what I want to do. See, is I want to put a stick tucked in here.
So that's where you can store your hose.
I get that. Oh, you can store your hose in there. Or
Oh, now you're talking.
okay.
That way you don't have that crap in your camper in that compartment. It's
Okay.
outside.
Okay.
Alrighty.
We'll go on around.
Are you done anything yet?
Okay, so you have up and down on your jack, and you have a light here.
Would you turn that on or off or what?
It's just up and down. I mean, pretty basic, just for the jack.
So can it? Some strangers could turn this thing on, I guess.
Yeah.
Is there any way to lock it off or
Just
something?
you would have to get a lock here for your
Oh, I
tone.
got lots of locks.
This right here is the manual override, so you'd pop that off, and then that's how if your jack quit working,
You'd screw
yeah, you have that thing under the bed. You could do your jack
your
up
crank.
and down. Yeah.
That's your crank. If you need a crank.
You got a crank in there, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What is it? It's a crank. It's a tool. It's part of the equipment here.
Yeah, that's inside under the bed.
Here. I think you got it.
All right, so this is your propane tanks. I'm gonna go ahead and close them because we don't need them now.
Yeah, we know how to close them.
All right. You have a gauge over here, and this flips it from one tank to the other tank. You want to use one tank at a time, so that way when you run out of propane, you have a backup tank.
Show me that
Yeah,
gauge
so they're in
again.
series.
It's right here. See that green?
The propane flows in series. Or yeah, this is your valve that opens that to
Yeah.
the next tank.
Oh, there's
Yes, sir. It's right here.
the. Okay, I see
You
it.
flip it there.
You see that
It's a
green thing in there?
Yep. And whenever these pop off, there's like a gauge, you can read them. But yeah, that's what I would do. I would just keep it on the one and then flip it to go to the other one. This folds down, and these like snap in. And then once they snap in, you can screw them down.
How do you fill them?
You would have to take it somewhere that fills, and then they would
Oh,
have
well,
to.
you don't have to necessarily take them off of the.
Yeah, you can leave
You
this
take
on.
the.
top.
You take your tanks off
Yeah.
and go fill them.
Yeah, you can, and then you just pick this up, and then
You
it
take
comes
this
off.
whole
Yeah.
thing off to
This
do
whole
that.
thing.
Yeah, it just picks up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yep. This is your battery.
Is this thing connected or is that going to?
There's a bungee cord. There should be a bungee cord. So this one is not. It don't have a. You would. I would recommend getting a bungee cord or something at the
To
store,
bungee that on.
and then just bungeeing it on, just in case. But it should. I mean, your truck's gonna be here and your camper's here, so you should be okay. But just in case, I would definitely do that. And then this is your battery box. So not much there. Just a battery. One battery in there. This is your.
So one battery then, if you're parked, you don't use your air conditioner. All you're running is just your lights, probably off of that then, right?
Yeah.
If you're
You-
boondocking and you did
You would have to get a generator or something.
a generator, yeah.
Yeah. That battery isn't going to do much. This is a this is an emergency brake, so
Yeah, I know. I've seen
you have to
those,
hook that up whenever you hook it up.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay, we'll move on.
Well, you know about that then, okay?
Just storage here, just another
Right.
door.
Right.
That's pretty much it. I think y'all are purchasing a hitch. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Was that
Not on there
hitch something that was in? We're done out here.
Included in our price, yes. And they haven't put it on yet.
Okay. Down here is your. This is another low point drain under there. That's just to drain it out of lines. You won't really need that unless you're winterizing the unit.
I don't see how you get to it.
It's a little one.
This?
Yeah. So there's little knobs on them, but you don't want to turn them right now. But there's little black knobs. You really won't need those unless you're winterizing.
Okay.
Can you show me how that handrail works?
You just pick up and turn it.
Oh, it's it. It's working now. It's just not a rail that comes down the side of this.
No, sir.
That's all. That's what you get for
That's
your
all I
handrail.
need.
And then that's all. If you wanted to,
Okay. Is that it?